Welcome back to my channel. Zithandwa, it has been a minute. I haven't been able to have a sit down and talk because Umtu has been fully booked back to back. Then I figured for this past weekend, let me rather do a vlog. Crazy couple of weekends, trying to find some balance with work, rest, and working part-time with events. So first project for the weekend was to do a floral number 2, obviously DIY. I got hooks, I got the wood. It was specially made by Sandy for me. I had Oasis and I had to buy flowers, and I also got this metal thing here. It's called chicken wire. All this is readily available at your hardware store. So what I was doing here was a frame or the bed where the flowers would be on. So because I needed to be a flower too, from watching other videos and watching other people do this, I had an idea that this is how you do it. So I got my Oasis, wrapped it around in the chicken wire, and used the very thin wiring to just tie it together. I did cut my not the Oasis, I did cut my chicken wire, so I had to be extra careful to not cut myself. And those are my floral scissors, guys. I found them. I found my scissors. Apologies if the picture's a bit dark. I shot this at home in the evening because I was doing preps the Thursday night, so that on Friday when I did the flowers, I wouldn't have to do this step. The Oasis, as you can see, it's dry. And before we put flowers in Oasis, it has to be wet. It has to have soaked in the water as in the previous videos. But while I was doing the preparing or the prep stages, I thought it would be easier to do this without the Oasis being wet, considering that once Oasis is wet, it gets very brittle and it's easy to just start breaking off. Another thing is that I didn't want it to start dripping and have water everywhere. Thirdly, when Oasis has water, it becomes very heavy because it's retained all that liquid. So I opted to do it dry, make sure it hung and set. I didn't do anything special to my hooks, guys. I literally just slotted them in between the edges, or I'm not sure what to call it, but it's the spaces between the wood inside, and then I just screwed them, turned them in. One of the reasons why we use chicken wire when you have a design, because it's easy to twist into position and turn it into spaces and get a shape. But again, be very careful if you gonna cut it, especially around the edges. All those I did get 1 or 2 scratches actually. Don't worry about the spaces in between. Those will be filled up by the flowers themselves. So this was the next day, Friday morning at work. I had my flower delivery from Ukagiso Catering and Services, aka Bridget. Please do follow her. So she hooked me up with these beautiful florals, and it looks like quite a lot of flowers. I had 3 events that I was going to use the flowers for. So and as per usual, had to quickly jot into Brookfield's printing to get some stuff that I needed for the weekend. The super friendly, always efficient guys at Brookfields. So that was for the second event on the Saturday, his and hers, which was in Pretoria. Mind you, client had told me Centurion. So this whole time I was planning for an event in Centurion. Literally the second I was meant to GPS from Edenvale to Centurion, we realized that I actually had the wrong address and had to drive all the way to Pretoria. This doll was going to partner up with the Florals for the number 2 shoot for my client. BUSANG Photography. BUSANG, that's him there taking pictures. There was a client who was doing a shoot, so I was hidden away there on the side. I wanted to do my floral 2 on Friday because the actual shoot for the client was with BUSANG on Saturday around 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. I needed to be in Edenvale finishing up my first setup. So Thursday I did the preps. Friday I went to BUSANG to do the number 2. Note my Oasis is looking darker, so it now has had water, and I re-hooked it to the frame. Started with just a little bit of greenery, but I literally had that's all the greenery I used because I really wanted this to be very pink and floral and soft and very rosy, just to fit a very princessy ballerina theme. So in the beginning, you start very sparingly. You put your flowers by first hiding the big spots. So remember where there was big gaps, that's where I started my focus on trying to hide those gaps by putting the flowers in angles. I'm not a florist, guys. I've said this a few times before, but I really do enjoy learning and teaching myself flowers as I go along. I've never seen someone do this before, but I have seen people do other types of arrangements using this format of Oasis and chicken wire. So I had an idea of it would work. As you can see, there's really no science to this, guys. You literally just stick your flowers into the oasis, making note to start with covering the big spaces, and as you fill it up, and if you are using different flowers, I would suggest, like how I did it, use the different flowers. So use them, put the pink, put the cream, put the pink and the cream and the pink and the cream and the pink and the cream alternate your flowers so that you don't use the same flowers too much in one spot or in one space, then you're trying to keep a balance more than anything with your floral setup. Not setup, what is this thing? Yo guys, I'm such an events planner. Slowly it will start to fill up as you gradually place the flowers. Just remember guys, try buy more flowers than you will need, and do a flower count if you know how to, or at least have an average of how many flowers you'll need. Last thing you want to do is to run out of flowers. That was just my last little add on, just for a bit of purple to just give that little touch of something. And that's the final product. After this, I had to run back to Brookfield. I had to go fetch more or the rest of my printing that I had for the rest of the weekend. Saturday, yo guys, I forgot to vlog. I forgot. Please forgive me. So this was the first event we did Saturday morning in Edenville with my team. Immediately after this one, we had to rush over to the His and Hers setup in Pretoria. And again, I forgot to vlog. I just spent my Saturday. My Saturday was a mess. Back to the Edenville setup, and it was still a situation. The people, my client, what a vibe. Oh my god, I would go back to this one's house any day. Sunday morning, had to be up and early again, had to get myself to Midrand for a backdrop setup. That's me. Howdy do. Setup day, it was just a backdrop as I said, so didn't need much. That's the flooring. These are the two guys, my manpower, helping to put the vinyl stickers on the backdrop. I just wanted something different. It's just a plain one is so overdone, and I really needed to up the bar here because it's what the client wanted, and I couldn't change them into another design. So I just made sure I went on Pinterest to get this, guys, and I'm pretty chuffed with how it turned out. Client was happy, everybody was happy, so it was worth my Sunday. Definitely worth it. The shades worked well. Again, I'm really so sorry I could not vlog my complete Saturday. It was such a mess, guys, but my events came through. I have missed y'all. I promise to post soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to the ones who've subscribed. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please join the family. The table here was done by Ste. She did the table setting. I only did the backdrop. And I told her she has such a knack for events. She really needs to take this up and start making some kitchen. But we planned it so well. Everything came together. That was the end of it. Goodbye.